So I'm going to make a quick video here on how to remove these Winegard, I think they're called Wingman crank up antennas on your RV or your coach. And we have one of those that I'm getting rid of. I haven't used it in a couple of years. We have Starlink now. So we use that for our TV. But ours had we was just going to leave it there, but ours had a broken handle on it. So it looked kind of tacky, right? So I wanted to kind of take that down and get rid of it. Well, I watched a couple videos online, actually several, and they all kind of do it the same. There's a few modifications people do, but for the most part, they do it the same. And I wasn't going to make a video on this. I didn't want to make a video just to repeat what other folks have said. But I think there's a better, now that I'm in here and started this, and there's a better way to do this, in my opinion, and I'm going to do it a different way. So that's the only reason I'm making a video. So in the videos that you'll see, and you probably watch, maybe you've already watched some, what they do is they take the entire antenna off the top, and they use a piece of metal, a piece of metal stock, and they'll cut it and put it on there. Some people screw it down. Some people use VHB tape. A lot of the methods are really good, and they end up looking really nice. But I'm not going to do it, and I'll tell you why I'm not going to do it. You don't have to take the entire thing off. There's a pin up there, and when you're up there, you'll see it. You just pull that pin, and all you got to do is cut the wire, and the whole antenna assembly comes off the metal base, right? And I did that. I threw it down on the ground, threw it in the trash can. So now I'm to the point where I was going to, come down here, do like the rest of the folks did, come unscrew this. I took the handle off, which, by the way, that's a 2.5 millimeter Allen wrench for that set screw to get that handle off. Nope, nobody really says what the size is, so now you know, 2.5. So I was going to do the same thing, but the more I thought about it, I thought, why? Why would I? That base up there is, it's screwed down. It's got Dicor all around it. It's sealed up really well. It's a nice aluminum base that covers. But the reason people pull them out is nobody wants this goofy thing hanging down. This metal pole here. Obviously, you don't want that hanging down, so that's why they pull the whole thing off the roof and go through this process of making a patch for the roof and new Dicor and new VHB tape or screws or whatever. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Dremel tool, I'm going to put a metal blade on it, I'm going to put something down here to catch the metal shavings. I wouldn't want my wife to sit in this chair and end up with metal shavings all going down the back of her shirt. But I'm going to cut that shaft off with a Dremel tool. And then I'm just going to take a simple, I had this in my electrical box, but you can pick these up at Home Depot. It's just a plastic cover. And I'm going to repurpose the existing white screws, different holes obviously, and I'm going to put this cover over the top of it. I think it's going to look cherry. It's going to be a lot less hassle, and I think that the existing mount up there and the way it's sealed, there's nothing wrong with that. It would be dumb to change it. Very time consuming, and I think this is a better way to go. So that's what I'm going to do. Here we go. Okay, step one is complete. I removed the 4 screws, took this panel out. I have a Echo Dot in here in the coach, so Alexa timed me. It took me 18 seconds with the screw gun to pull those out. So we're 18 seconds in, probably a minute to do this other with the Allen wrench. So we're under 2 minutes in on this project so far. So I've got a piece of cardboard here to catch any metal shavings, and then once they're on the ground, I'll wait about 5 minutes and I'll vacuum them up. Just so you know, if you have a central vac like we have, resist any idea. If you use this method that I'm going to show you here, resist any urge to have your vacuum up there and be vacuuming the metal as you're cutting, as it comes off, because that metal is hotter than a pistol, and it comes off it, like I said, it's red hot. And so if you suck that down into your central vac, and especially if you have dogs like we have, where a lot of that hair gets vacuumed up and it's down in that bag underneath in your basement of your coach, and all of a sudden you've introduced these red hot pieces of metal, you could very easily start a fire inside your vacuum canister in your basement. So wait about 5 minutes to vacuum it up, or most of it I think is going to actually end up on this piece of cardboard. I'll be able to take it right out and put it in the recycling, but yeah, I'll probably hit it with the vacuum just to be sure, but just be real careful with that. So that couldn't have worked out better. Yeah, all the little pieces of metal, I don't know if you can see them, but they are on here. And here's my shaft. I just got to reach up. It's hanging on by a thread. I'll pull it down. Took me about less than a minute. So there it is. That's the finished product. Total time was under 10 minutes to do this. I repurposed 2 of the 4 white screws and used them for this cover. And then I, of course, squared up my, you don't have to, but I squared up my heads here, my screw heads, north and south, so they're in line with the coach. I just think it looks better, but probably not required. I'll go up on the roof now and show you what the existing factory mount that I'm leaving in place looks like. So there's the existing base. That's what it looks like. If you just pull that pin, you can take that whole apparatus and just get rid of it.